Hey guys, doing a review on my personal experience with the APR Stage 1 to Stage 2 Plus tune. Initially, when I first purchased my car, I already did my research on doing the tuning. I purchased my car, and I said that about 6 months to a year, I'll upgrade to the tuning so I could feel like it's a different car. 2 days after I got my car, I guess I got used to the power because when I first drove it, I was like, "Whoa, it's zippy, quick," and it just felt like it was dying on top though. So I was kind of annoyed, and I wanted to address that issue quickly. People said, "Oh, you just got to do the stage one. It's incredible." That's the reviews I read. So I was super excited. Made the appointment, got in there, installed the APR stage one ECU tune. 1 hour, got me in and out quickly. Asked them if there's a braking period. Nope. Go ahead and just have at it. Get in my car, go on the freeway, third gear, do a little pull. Uh, you know, Pass the red line just a bit, just to make sure that it's not hitting the rev limiter. So I know I have the APR tune set up. My first initial thoughts. I gotta be real here. I was a bit underwhelmed. I mean, on paper, it said 100 crank horsepower, 30 torque or something like that, and 25 torque or something like that. And I just, I was expecting more. I was expecting a lot more for 100 horsepower because I was like, oh, stage two is only like 20 horsepower, or 20 torque, 20 horsepower, and then stage two plus is like -3 horsepower and 15 torque. So I was like, oh man, if this is stage one, I don't even know if I want to spend money on stage two and two plus. So that's just my initial thought on it. Nothing personally, just I've had quicker cars before, and yeah, I know this car is like almost 4,000 pounds, so it's heavy, but I mean, it was quick. Don't get me wrong, but it just I was expecting 100 horsepower to feel different. That's all. That being said, I went ahead and bit my tongue and just went. 6 months later, I went to stage two, just two by itself. And that was just the supercharged pulley. People say, hey, get at this. It's going to give you that high end feeling, a little bit more of it. I said, okay, that's what I'm missing. I want some more high end. So I installed it, same thing, went out to the freeway, pulled the second there. I felt it was faster. Yes, this time it was it was better, but it still wasn't tear my face off fast or, whatever, like super speed or some crazy, 440, whatever they claim it has. APR says it has it on crank. But I did notice one big thing is my stock clutch was not handling it no more. It was definitely, it was slipping. I would not dare launch it. All I did was freeway pulls. It just was not stable. Now I've already had 70-ish thousand miles on it, so it might be time for the clutch. They said it was going to do that once you go stage two. A lot of people are still doing it. They said they never launch it. They drive it on highways. They're too afraid to. I could have did that too. I just felt like I was wasting the upgrade. I didn't want to upgrade the engine or the ECU and go to stage two plus, and not change the clutch. I just felt like I was letting power slip away, and I didn't want that because the clutch was pricey. Yeah, it was like probably the combination of all the stages put together is like a price of a clutch and installation and all that stuff. So that's for another video. I'll explain that later on. So after stage two, all of that problems with clutch, I had to change the clutch. And then I just said, hey, let's just go stage two plus and go from there. Let's just install it while we're doing the clutch too. So here we are, stage two plus with the new clutch. And I have to admit that it is a lot better. It's grabbier, quick now, and it performs how I want it. I have a new issue now, and it has to deal with heat soak. I didn't do cooling before, and I have an appointment to do that now. So I am I'm hoping this is the final stage I'm going to do, but boost is addicting, speed is addicting, so I always say that, and I've continued to add on to it. So I'm going to do the APR CPS cooling system, just to stick with everything APR, and hopefully that will resolve some of my heat soak issues, because I love the way it pulls when it's nice and cold outside, when it's fresh, but I notice when it's warmer days and I do a couple pull bursts, just spirited driving, I feel like I'm getting used to the power on top, or is this literally getting heat soaked and is dying off a little bit. So I think it's a little bit of both. but I'm hoping I address that issue by doing the cooling system. So that's for another video. At the end of it, final thoughts. I would definitely do it, but you ain't gonna feel anything, to be honest, from at least stage 2 or 2+. That's me personally. I didn't feel anything just at least stage 2, and then 2+ was definitely. I feel the torque. Like now, I can feel it. You know, most people go in my car and they feel like it's a little electric car that's like launching. They like the torque. It just pushes them. But that's my experience with it. I will be back with another review on my clutch. On my once I get the cooling, I'll let you know how it all comes together. I don't know if I'm gonna go ultra charger yet, but as of right now, that's what I'm gonna do. The next plan is just cooling. Okay, thanks.